I'm going to show you how to take the stuff that's laying here and make it so that any vehicle can have Bluetooth hands-free through the speakers of the car. This right here will work as a hands-free Bluetooth speaker. I think I might have paid $10 for this thing. It's a little Bluetooth, cheapo speaker or whatever. But the problem with it is it's not real loud. Like when I've got my windows down or something like that, it's not real loud. I don't use CDs. I don't use tapes. I usually don't even listen to the radio. If I listen to anything, it's a lot of times it's audiobooks or music from Spotify or something like that. I don't play CDs or anything like that anymore. So I want to be able to use the media on my phone in my car. I can already do it in Old Green because I got Bluetooth in Old Green. There's a video of that on my channel. But this will pretty much work in any vehicle. You can substitute the tape player or the tape adapter, which I like the tape adapter a whole lot better than the little FM transmitters that you can get. It's a little FM transmitter, like plugs into your cigarette lighter, and then you plug in your phone to it, and it will play through the radio. You can do the same thing. Instead of plugging this in, though, you would plug in the little FM modulator, I guess you call it. Anyway, first thing you have to do is you have to take the speaker apart. And for this one, yours will probably be different. But for this one, you have to pop these little grills off. And I'm going to make it to where this thing will still work exactly like it does, but you have the option of plugging it into your car. So I'm not ruining the speaker. You can use it just the same way you've always been able to. So you're not ruining it. Okay, this one has got some screws all the way around. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. Put those out of the way. Now you can pop the little thing open. Okay. Now let's look at what we have here. We have a little lithium battery right here. This jack right here is for, let's see if I can get it to focus in. This jack is for your input. This won't work for what we was going to do. This is for your input if you want to plug your phone directly into it or some other source. You want to plug directly into this. This is not an output. This is your charging port. Your little microphone for, you can kind of see it right there. Little microphone for hands-free is right here. There's a little hole right there for it. Okay, these are your speakers, 2 of them. The ideal way to do this would be to put a headphone jack that would, when you put the end of this in, it would actually separate the contacts and disconnect the speakers. But I don't have one of those. There are no Radio Shacks anywhere near me now. I think they're gone everywhere, so I couldn't find one. So I went and bought this, which this will work just fine. It's a headphone splitter is what it is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut one of these off, and I'm going to splice that into these wires. That way I'll have a jack like that. Okay. So first thing, we want to keep the speakers working too. And I'm going to run the brand new item that I just bought. I'm pretty good for that. Here it is. Now, I'll strip off a little bit of the insulation. And what we have is a common ground right here. This wire is common ground. These two wires are your left and right. The standard is usually the red is the right and the white is the left. White or black or some other color. Red is normally the right one. That's pretty much a standard through all the ones that I've seen. It takes practice to be able to just strip a wire like that. Most of the time you end up cutting it, but I've done that for a while. Okay, there's your wires split. Okay, now what we need to do to find the speaker outputs. See, okay, you got this battery in here. You don't want to hook up to the battery output or the battery lead, or you're going to blow something up. So you need to trace your speaker wire back through here, and you can see it goes down into there. Same thing with this one. You trace it from the speaker down, and it's right here. Now what we need to do, plug in our soldering iron. And one thing we need to do, we need to figure out which wires are the right and which are the left. So this is the bottom, and it fits on like this. So it sits like this right here. So that means right and left. So the side with the battery is the right. Okay, how easy is that going to be? Not going to be very easy to get to. I'm going to have to pull this little board out in order to do this right. See, I could cut these and just splice into these, but I really don't want to do that. I would rather solder onto these connections right here and right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do after this heats up, okay, nothing over on this side, so this right here, I am going to just burn a hole in the back of it with my soldering iron. This is going to smell really good. Okay, there is my hole. That's almost it. Go on this side a little bit. So you'll find out what the glue gun is for. Okay. See, now once I get this pushed in, pretty much flush, it almost looks like it belongs there, don't it? It's pretty good. Now, we'll tin our wires. Let's tin these wires. Okay, let's do the right one first. That was always my problem with soldering. I'm shaky. Okay, there's that one. We'll do the ground. Okay, that one is on. Now we can do the other side. And it has to go up to here. Okay. Alrighty, the next step. Take this glue gun. And we'll go ahead and glue in this circuit board. And put some around this jack here. Okay, next step. Basically, I just am going to put a little bit of glue right around the new wires that I just put in. I want to keep them from flexing too much and ended up coming loose. Now we'll just slip all this back into here. It should. Then just got to start putting screws in. Put the grills on. Okay, there we go. It's all put together. There's the extra jack. Kind of looks like it belongs there, don't it? Well, now, let's go try him out. Alright, here we are. We are in a 1997 Cavalier. This car did not come out with Bluetooth. I don't even think they had Bluetooth back then. Let's try putting our cassette tape adapter in here. Okay. That is playing. Now, we've got our Bluetooth speaker. Actually, I already have it paired with the phone. Let's go ahead and just plug into it. Right there. Okay. Plugged in. Now we can put this wherever we want to. Okay, now I have my phone. And let's try playing some music. phone up here in the little holder, and it is playing through the radio. So it works. That's pretty good. Sounds decent. Alrighty, now I'm going to pause. There it is. As you can see, that is actually my phone playing through there. And I can also take and receive calls. I'll probably just leave this sitting. And just leave it sitting right there. Something like that. But that's how you hook up. Okay, I'm going to pause it. I couldn't really play any of my music that I've got on my phone because it's all copyrighted, so I had to play it. That's actually the song I have at the beginning of my videos, so I know that's all royalty-free stuff. Okay, so that is about it. I guess that's going to do this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you the next time.